Yo, hello everyone and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're having an amazing week. Currently it is Wednesday and let's get right into the charts as Bitcoin right now is front running our target for a potential long, which was 112k. Bitcoin right now bouncing from 112.4k. Basically you can see we did get, if we go on the low time frame, a very nice bounce. Ethereum also got a very nice bounce from that bottom. I think we pumped about almost 5%, as you can see, after a bounce from this second weekly pivot support, you can see. And this also has to do with the fact that the stock market did pump, but it was dumping during New York Open, as you can see, once the markets have opened. And we did get a significant bounce, but right now the markets are selling off again right here. So we need to see if this pump can hold us, or are we going to get lower to that last weekly pivot support on the S&P 500 and maybe potentially even take out the low here, or the low which is at 6,200 sitting basically. So we want to see if we will continue this potential bounce here from this trend line, if we make it like this and then continue pushing higher, and this was the correction, or if we break lower, then potentially we firstly need to take out this low right here in order for the markets to continue. But right now let's get back on Bitcoin. Bitcoin on the daily time frame looking, in my opinion, right now still bullish, but as I said, if we hold this low right here, and right now the only concern for me is that we did not actually make an actual swing fail pattern from this low right here. Basically we did not go below it and then close back above it. We are front running this level, and what this means is that once we front run a level, it is very possible that we will get back very soon and test this level in order for a actual pump to the upside. The same goes if we look at Ethereum. Ethereum still holding nice. We held this high right here from the daily candle right here, you can see. So basically it has had a better bounce from this high right here than Bitcoin. So it is possible that it continues higher potentially to the weekly pivot and retest the weekly pivot once again. And if we see a rejection, then we potentially get another continuation to the lower side. But as of right now, market is looking stable in my opinion, especially Bitcoin might decide to go lower, but as long as the Bitcoin dominance keeps pushing to the downside, even if Bitcoin dumps, the money is still flowing into it, and Bitcoin is well above 100k, so it still has a lot of catching up to do and potentially hit the all-time high from 2021, or maybe even finally hit that basically that new all-time high, which is sitting at $5,000 in my opinion. If we enable the yearly pivots, you see the last target for the year for it would be 5,230 USD, which is basically not very far away from now. If we measure a move to the upside, this is basically a 22%, so this is just a small move for Bitcoin and a one big move of 20% for Ethereum. The same goes for Bitcoin. From now to the R3 is 32%, so we potentially can have another run like the one that we got right here during Q4 in the next Q4 that is coming in about 2 months. So basically by the end of the year, my target for Bitcoin still stands, which is $150,000, which is basically my final target for this run. So we might see a potential push if we hold those levels right here that I have marked out in my previous video. So for now, let's disable the weekly pivots and let's look at the liquidation heat map. Now, another sign that we are due for a bounce is, as you can see, Bitcoin has swept almost all of the liquidity that's to the downside and has left liquidity sitting on top. Basically, right now, since we have swept that liquidity right here, it is very possible that Bitcoin will get a nice push higher to finally take out the liquidity that was sitting on top, basically to catch those late short positions that have shorted on the way down here. and basically take them out from the market as liquidity. And also, if you look at the Bitcoin ETF inflows, we do have another third day in a row, which is basically like before we got 4 or 5 days red in a row, and they started buying once again, and the price started pushing to the upside, which is what I am expecting to happen right now. Basically, you can see BlackRock did not even sell, they just held. They are holding, like they are holding also right here. The other institutions are selling, but they are holding their ETFs. So once they start buying up again on the lower prices, we are going to see Bitcoin push even higher, in my opinion. This is of course not a financial advice, but this is how I am getting my long-term bullish sentiment. So just so you know, the fear and greed index dropped significantly. As you can see, we are almost in that fear zone. So once we get into that fear zone, I am expecting a potential pump. If it does not happen this month, maybe in September, I am expecting like in the middle of September, potentially we go down near that extreme fear. And then once October comes and Q4 starts, I am expecting that final push and final strong move to the upside, which is going to take us all the way up to 150k, in my opinion. Now, for today, we did get some volatility, as you can see in the markets with the FOMC meeting. We are about to get at 8 p.m. again, and also tomorrow we are expecting some more volatility with the PMI data, and also on Friday when Powell will be speaking, we will be getting some very, very big volatility in the crypto markets and also potentially in the stock market. So yes guys, that will be it for today's update video. I hope you liked it. Subscribe for the channel, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.